last night, James and I were high fae. I don't know whether to just carry on doing some work or whether to just sit and read ACOTAR. Lover. It kind of looks like it's going like this. Where's your video? Can't see you. I do have a friend that's not going to leave me alone for the entire duration of this call. I've spent the whole of today sorting out my wardrobes and doing what I'm calling the wardrobe maintenance video, which is coming in, I think, like 2 weeks or something. I can't actually remember. So I basically sorted out all of my wardrobes and I've made it so that everything is ironed, clean, tidy, etc. Just so that when I open things, it's not like opening it and being like, oh my god, this is a mess. Or, you know, when you get things in a wardrobe and you're like, I really want to wear that, but I can't be bothered to iron it. And then you don't iron it, and then every time is the same story, and then you never end up wearing it. Well, that's basically what I've just avoided. So I went through and just sorted everything so that I have no issue. And every single thing in there now, I know, is clean, tidy, like folded nicely, sorted, debobbled, the whole lot. All the things that I've been putting off, I've now sorted. Let me tip you up a little bit so that I feel much better about like the state of it, basically. So fingers crossed I can keep it like that. Everything that's in the wash, obviously I haven't got around to that yet. There's quite a lot in our wash pot at the moment, but hopefully it will all be sorted soon. I've got a couple of bits that I need to get out of the washing machine actually, and I'm trying to like keep the washing machine ongoing today. I'm trying to keep it going because there's just so many bits, especially where I've just took loads of stuff out of the wardrobe that needed washing. Like my white pile is quite big. It's just, to be honest, it's where I film videos. Obviously when I do styling videos and stuff, I don't leave the house, but I'm still pulling tops on and off my head multiple times, and that can mean that stuff gets a bit mucky really easily. And then if I get a little bit of makeup on it, normally, to be honest, normally if there's a little bit of makeup I'll still wear it because like if it's on the inside you can't tell, but all of those bits, they've all come out and they're all being washed. And then like random blazers and, you know, things that are hand wash only that I just couldn't be bothered to do, I can chuck them all in on a hand wash cycle together. I just need to sort it out, to be honest. I need it all to be looking its best, which it currently does, but that's finished. So I've tackled that. I've got a couple of drawers left to do, but I did like all of the hanging stuff. It's just like coats and then like bags, shoes and hanging things, and folded things, sorry. So I've done most of it, but not all of it. So I'm gonna go back and carry it on and then I can put that all into one video. But I realised I had a couple of Vinted parcels that have sold in the last 2 days. So I'm quickly sorting those out, ready to be posted out later, because I'm going for dinner with some of my friends for a belated birthday thing for my friend Katie. Yes, she did have a birthday thing the other day, but we're giving her a birthday dinner, which was actually meant to be her birthday dinner with me, Tash and Amelia and obviously Katie. And then the Galentine's was like a surprise thing, so we've had that and we rearranged the dinner, so we still haven't had the dinner. Her birthday was 20 days ago now, but it's fine. I need to wash my hair as well. That's another video I wanted to get done, but I don't really know how I'm going to do it because it's getting a bit dark, but I do really need to do my hair before I go out anyway, so I might try and quickly film that. And then there's a video coming that is how I do my natural hair, so basically the products that I use, how I make it look really nice, etc. So maybe I film that today and then it's just done. Otherwise I've got to wait like a week until I do my next hair wash, and that's a bit annoying. So we'll see how it goes, but I think I'm going to try and get it done like now basically. I got gifted some products by Only Curls, which has been recommended by so many people, and I haven't yet got around to trying them, so as soon as I do I will let you know. But I'm not going to put those in that video because that's not what I've been using at the moment, and I really wanted to make an honest, like, this is what I've been using right now. And then obviously if I find better products, etc., I can rejig the video and I can do another one in the future that's maybe slightly different. But for now I've got a pretty good routine. I wouldn't say it keeps my hair the most frizz-free, but it definitely looks nice. I just have to keep brushing it and oiling it and stuff. So I think I've got a good one. And then obviously if I try the Only Curls products and they're amazing, then great, we'll have another video. We'll have another video coming soon. last two. Where are you going? Buddy, chill out. Buddy has spent the whole day looking out the window, watching the birds in the trees, which he's only just realised. He's been here for like nearly a week, and he's only just realised that he can see birds out of the window. So he's now spent the whole day just sat staring out of the window, watching the birds and trying to get to them, which he's now realised he can't do. Or has he realised? I don't even think he's realised. He's still trying, but bless his heart. He's honestly intently watching them at the moment. He's like peering around the corner and everything. But if you sell quite often on Vinted, I will leave my label printer linked down below, because I used to use a printer, or I used to go into the parcel shops and like do it that way. It takes so long. So I spent about £100 on a label printer. The label printing is really cheap, and I basically just use that, and then it means that I print off like the actual labels rather than needing to like print it on paper and then tape it on and cut it and all that faff. So if you are someone who sells online, then I will link it, because you might want your hands on that, or you know, if you're like a small business or something. But yeah, I basically got these bags on Amazon. They say thank you on them. I'm not a biggest fan of them, but they were cheap, and that's what I posted. So we have those bags in there. I do, if I've got bags or like bits that have come to me, you know, whether I've ordered something or like if I order something off Vinted and it gets sent in a good bag, I'll just use that to send the next stuff out. Or like if stuff comes in a box, sometimes I'll post it in a box just to have like the recycling of it, rather than like binning that and then buying more bags. That's just silly to me. So sometimes I'll just use like random boxes that are lying around. Like for example, we have a box down here, but oh god, I'm really sleepy. I'm really sleepy. I don't know whether to just carry on doing some work or whether to just sit and read ACOTAR, because I've got to... I can't explain where I've got to without giving anything away. I can't explain it, because if someone's not got as far, I don't want to spoil it, but I've got quite far through. So maybe I'll go wash my hair, chill on the sofa and read ACOTAR for a little bit, and then carry on. This has just turned up from Selkie, and I'm actually very excited for this. So this is basically powder that turns into shampoo and conditioner. So I've got these bottles that you put everything into, and it's basically a natural hair care. I'll leave their link so you can have a little look, but it's basically really good. So you obviously save on plastic waste because you reuse these, and then they send you these. I'm guessing you buy them and then they just send those bits normally, but you can get the bottles too. So it says on here, it's saved over... By switching to Selkie, you've saved over 55 grams of plastic waste, 80% less CO2, and use 90% less water. And then you basically just pour the powder in, screw the lid on, shake the bottle until you can't see the powder anymore. I'm still using up another hair product, but when I've used up my Way shampoo and conditioner, which should be in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to definitely give these a go. I'll leave them linked if you're interested, because I think it sounds like such a genius idea. And also, these are quite aesthetic to have stood in your shower. I really like them. But yeah, this is the brand. It's Selkie. If I can shut the box, which I currently can't. This is the brand. We've repotted the flowers as well, if anyone's interested. I don't really know how they're going. I feel like it's not going very well. They look like they're wilting rather than growing. This one looks like it's dying. Like it's completely gone, so that's really fun. But the geraniums seem to be doing really well. These are just sprouting away. I don't really know what to do though, because it said to like repot them when they start sprouting like this, and they obviously have. But now I don't really know what to do, because they look fine, but they look like they're just wilting over. Like there's a couple that are going up, but like these two are wilting. That one's just started growing. There is a couple of seeds in there as well that haven't started sprouting, and the one down here is okay. It's just that one, and then... I don't know. As soon as we don't have this little monkey anymore, I'm going to pop them down here, but I just think that he's going to be straight in there pulling these apart. We've also got some beautiful new sofa covers, because every time he runs back in from being outside in the wet, he seems to jump straight on the sofa. So we've fashioned a really beautiful setup because this little monkey just jumped straight up. And guys, we have 10 minutes left in the morning, so technically it still counts. I have recorded a podcast episode on my own this morning, which is the first time in a while, and it was actually really nice. Sometimes I love sitting on my own and doing them, and sometimes I just love having a guest because it's nice to have a chat with someone. But it was really nice to record one on my own this morning, and I did it all about tips for secondhand shopping. Sorry, it's really noisy. Tips for secondhand shopping. So I did like all my tips for shopping on eBay, Vinted, etc. Something I get asked about all the time, so I thought I would just, you know, make it into an episode. And I thought I would quickly just make our dinner into the slow cooker before I head to a coffee shop for the afternoon. So I'm going to go and spend like 3 hours or so just working in a coffee shop, because I find podcast editing and stuff so much easier to do when I've got no distraction. So I'm going to go and do that and try and read some of my book as well, actually. It's not something I normally do. I never normally go and work in a coffee shop by myself or read a book in a coffee shop by myself. So I'm making it into part of my little series, which I'm doing for the Good Vibes Club TikTok. If you don't follow it already, it's the goodvibes.club. But I've been doing a little series on there where I basically date myself. And it is going to eventually be a YouTube video as well, so don't worry if you're not into TikTok. It will be coming to here in probably about a month's time when I've done a few more dates and, like, you know, done some more stuff. But the first one was taking myself on a little walk, which is something that I do anyway. So I thought I'd start really slowly and just, you know, share with the girlies who maybe don't take themselves on little walks and stuff, like an easy way to get into it. This one, like I said, is going to be going to a coffee shop. So I'm going to take myself to a coffee shop and read a book. And then I'm going to do other episodes. So I'm actually going to a vintage kilo sale this weekend by myself. No one wanted to come with me, so I thought, you know what, rather than just not going to something I would love to do, I'm just going to go by myself and hopefully it'll be a good time. So I booked an early bird ticket, which means I can go in from 11 o'clock, and it's one of those ones where you can basically, like, they do them all over the place actually, but you basically pay by the kilo. So rather than paying per item, you pay per kilo. So if you buy like a big heavy coat, obviously it's going to cost more than like buying something smaller, but it's quite a good way to shop when you want to buy vintage stuff, and they always have really good bits as well. So I thought, let's go to that, let's see what they've got, have a good time by myself for the first time ever. I've never done something like this by myself, so we're going to go and do that, and I think it's going to be so much fun. I'm actually really excited about it. For now, we're making slow cooked meals. We're in a bit of a slow cooker hype at the moment, and we're just really enjoying the slow cooker vibes. I don't know what it is, I think it's just the convenience of it, to be honest, but James and I are just really enjoying the slow cooker, so we just kind of wing it. We don't really have recipes or anything that we follow, we just kind of make it up. So today we are doing, or I am doing, shall we say, a Mexican tagine thing. James really wanted to have this sauce that he really likes, which is the apricot and coriander tagine sauce. It says to put it with chicken and chickpeas. So, well, actually it doesn't say chicken and chickpeas. Yeah, it does, chicken and chickpeas. So I've done some of the veggies that needed using up, like the green beans, courgette and pepper. So I've chucked those in, and then I'm going to pop in some chicken as well, and I'm going to try and make enough for like 4 portions so we can have it tomorrow too. But I love my slow cooker. I got this for my birthday a couple of years ago and I absolutely love it. It's not even turned on, I've just realised. So that's really fun. But it's just such a good way to make meals that are like really warm and cosy, and you don't have to spend hours over the hob. You just launch it all in, do it occasionally and come back to it. Low and slow, that's what we like. I do feel ever so slightly talked out, because whenever I do the podcast, if I record on my own or with friends, I do find, more so when I record on my own, that I get talked out quite easily, because I have to obviously think and hold a conversation by myself for like 30 minutes. So I tend to find they're the days that I don't vlog as much, because I'm just so talked out. Like, I'm honestly just like, I can't fathom a conversation. So apologies if there's not much today, that will be why. And because also I need to film the date yourself video as well, so there might just be a little bit less than normal. Whoopsie. I would say that's not too bad considering I stopped to pick up dog poo, and I also had to open many gates. Got you on back phone camera. We forgot the vlog camera. This morning was very stressful. I basically chose sleep over time, which was a very bad decision. So I didn't get myself out of bed till probably about 6, and I had to leave at 6:45. So that wasn't my wisest move, but I knew I didn't have to do my hair or anything. So showering and doing my makeup takes like 15 minutes. Although I did forget I had to upload the podcast because I forgot yesterday. So I had to frantically just turn my laptop back on, put the charge in, all that stuff. So I did forget the vlog camera in all of the chaos, which is fine. I can think of nothing better than sitting reading ACOTAR in a coffee shop. I always bring my Kindle with me when I go on trains, because I like being on my phone when I'm on a train, but I find it nicer to just engross myself in a book. And it's a really good reading time, because one of the trains I have to get is literally like, I think it's about 15 minutes. So it's a really good like 15-minute chunk to read. Then if I get on like the Elizabeth line and stuff, that one's obviously quite long. So it gives me a good chance to just read a book and have a good jolly old time. Right, let's find a space that's not crammed next to a wall. This one will do nicely.
Yesterday, I would handle this shit differently. Things are different, I'm a new me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even.
Hello gang, I thought I would share with you. I hate when people slurp tea and I've fully just done it, but it's too hot. I thought I'd show you what I got in London today because I had a sound bath earlier, which was divine, with Serena Days, which is a beautiful lounge and pyjama wear brand. I honestly cannot tell you how soft their stuff is. It is like absolute heaven. It's the softest stuff ever. And it was a really nice like Reiki sound bath. The girl who was like doing the sound bath was called Autumn McFarlane. I'll link her down below because she was fab, and I'll obviously link Serena Days and stuff as well. But it was really nice because I got to go to the event, go to an event where I typically, I think I said this earlier, I don't go unless I know someone going, and I didn't think to ask anyone if they were going. So I went in kind of blind, not really knowing who would be there, and it was a really nice group of girls. I've known some of them for so long that it was really nice to catch up and just go for a coffee and stuff afterwards. But I was kindly gifted this tote bag, which is so cute. I love this. I love a good monogrammed tote. And I also, I need to go through my tote collection. We're having a bit of a clear out of them because we have so many, but I'm keeping ones like this. So any that like monogrammed or special, like my collection ones, you know, my make thread ones I did earlier last year. So I'm keeping ones like that, and then we're going to clear out some of the ones that we maybe don't use as often, or they're too small, that kind of thing, because we just have so many. So I think we're just going to donate them to a charity shop if they'll have them. If not, then I think we'll just take them to a textile bank or something. But every time someone comes over, like my mum or something, if she needs another bag, we're like, take a tote, like just take one, because we have so many. And then they kindly gifted me some of the pyjamas, which I already own a pair, and they are so soft, and they're also sustainable, so highly recommend. Great gift to giving. They do like monograms and stuff, but it came in this cute little bag, which is going to be so handy because I have 2 trips coming up which are under seat bag only, because I just refuse to pay for a cabin bag when I don't really need one. So I think it's going to be handy because I can just pop like underwear / bikinis into that. Just helps when you're chucking it all in. But this is the PJs I've got. So we've got this cute little brown crop, which actually would be really good for just in general, you know, like just wearing it around and about. And then these are the trousers. They're just a tie waist cuff pair. Really cute, and honestly so soft. I've got a pair already that I've had for a couple of years now, which are like a light camel colour. It's a v-neck t-shirt and some wide leg trousers. Honestly the best thing ever. I love them. So very excited and thankful to have those because they're really comfy. Then I headed into PIXI Boutique. Now PIXI, I've tried the glow tonic, I've tried the under eye depuffing eye patches. I rave about them to you guys. They are just fabulous. And they invited me down to their boutique, which is on Carnaby Street, or like just off Carnaby Street. Highly recommend going in. It is literally full of products, and they're not actually that expensive. I didn't realise PIXI was so affordable, but it was really lovely to look around and see the products and hear about them, and then I could obviously pick some. My eye looks like it's got a weird, I don't know what's going on with this eye today. Like something's going on here. It feels a little bit lumpy. I've like rubbed my concealer off here today, so it looks really off, and I've been like pushing it because I don't know. Let me show you what I've got in here because there's quite a few goodies. I did tell her she doesn't need to give me this much, but she gave me quite a few things. So first up we have a little custom glow tonic, which is really cute. So it's just got Jess on it, which is very adorable. I have got a big one at the moment that I'm using up. I need to start reusing it. I keep forgetting it's in my cupboard, but it needs to come back out because it's really good and I love it. Then we've got this, which is the Milky Remedy Mask Soothing Toning Jelly. She said if you just put this on like all over your face, leave it on, and then you wash it off, and it's got a little like spatula thing in the side to get it out with. Leave it on for literally 10 minutes, which is perfect. So I'm going to do this before I put my evening skincare on tonight. Then I've got these, which are the Dreamy Eye Replenishing Nighttime Patches. I use the Detoxify ones all the time, which are like depuffing. Fabulous if you are getting on a flight and you get quite puffy eyes on a flight, or if you're hungover. I quite like them if I'm hungover. We've got a hydrating milky mist, which is just like good for putting over makeup, or you know, just when you've done all your skincare and stuff, it's quite refreshing. Some retinol capsules, which are really handy again for the fact that I've got under seat bag travel. You can just literally pop in like 3 capsules and then that's me for 3 nights. I don't have to take a whole product with me, so I save on some space and stuff. And then in the bottom of here there's a few more bits. Hold on, let me get them out. What else have we got? A brown silky eye pen, which she said was really good for like doing your eyeliner, but you can also blend it out a little bit, and once it sets, it sets. Like, I've washed my hand and it's still on there. Then we've got a lip lift max. She said it's plumping, which I'm really excited about. This is in honey sheen. I love the minimal packaging of PIXI, but she said it's like a really nice soft one. It smells like peppermint, but it's just like a nice simple gloss. We know I'm not too fussy about lips. I like something really simple. I don't like too much. I like very minimal, easy, like just a bit glossy and sparkly vibes. So that's that. Then I've got H2O skin tint, which is a really, I think it's really cool. So she did put some on the back of my hand, and it basically goes on like white, and then you rub it in and it turns to the colour that it should be. It's really cool. But that I thought was really good for like the mornings, or in summer, or you know, when you go on a trip and you just want something really light. That's going to be great for that, because I'm at the point of the year where I start to transition from the heavy foundations into like more skin tints and stuff. I've got a copper liquid eyeshadow. I love a copper. I've got green eyes, and I think browns and coppers just really nicely complement. And then one of these On The Glow Super Glows. So these products apparently have been around for a really long time as blushes. They do actually have a pH one, which I thought was really cool. So you put it on and it looks slightly different on everyone depending on your pH levels and stuff. This one is a highlight, which I thought would be really handy because I actually am in need of a highlight at the moment. And it's just like a little stick that you push up, and then you just like put it onto your cheekbones. Can you see that? I don't know if you can really tell because of the lighting and here being a bit pants, but it's like, let me try and show you on my hand instead. It's just like a really nice shimmer. You can't really see on the camera, but it's beautiful and I really like it. So thank you very much to PIXI for those.
Name a better duo. So why do we do this dance? Are we moving too slow? Cause you need reassurance. Don't conflate issues. Why you always jump to? Do I really want you?
You're my lover. I've told James we need to start getting back into the weekly food shops, because we keep doing like mini shops and we're ending up with loads of stuff, which is, oh my goodness. I don't know if this is for me or for him, but I've just found it in the cupboard and I didn't know it was there. I'm gonna text him a picture and see what he says. He sometimes will put like on this little thing, he'll just put like a treat and then it'll be like, oh, I just wondered how long you'd take to notice. But yeah, we have loads of stuff, but I said to him we need to get better at like planning for meals rather than just being like, well, what can we make? So I think this evening we're going to have some kind of like cherry tomato pasta, because we've got loads of cherry tomatoes we need to use up. And then I'm just like, I want to try and get back into like meal prepping my lunches, meal prepping his lunches, like making our dinners last. So like if we make a dinner, just doing enough to last us like 2 or 3 nights, and just really get on top of it again. Because I think as much as it's nice to do those odd little shops to be like, what should we have for dinner tonight? Oh, let's have like whatever, and then buying for that specific meal. It's also really nice to just know that we can like make a big batch of stuff. And we do have quite a lot of like rices, we've got a few beans and like coconut milks and that kind of thing. So I'm going to see what we can come up with for the next few days. We did do a slow cook one the other day, which I think I mentioned, and we did like a slow cooked like Moroccan chicken thing that was so good. I had it for my dinner yesterday, James had it for lunch yesterday, and we had it for dinner like a couple of days ago. But I think we just really need to get on it. So my plan for tonight is to sit down with him and work out what we want to eat next week, put together a food shop list, and either order the food shop to be delivered or like a click and collect or something, but do it so that we don't go to the shop and then get really distracted and end up with loads of other stuff that we don't need. Like, I just want to get what we need and what we want, so I think we might do that. And to be honest, if we get it delivered, it's kind of easier, because then we don't have to spend time in our day like going out and getting it. And obviously I work from home, so I can be here to pick it up. So I'm going to run that by him and see what meals he wants, have a little browse of like Pinterest and stuff and see what there is that we could make easily with what we've got. Because we have like, I feel like everyone's got this, but we've got like a cupboard that's like all the spice mixes, sauces, spices, etc. So we can really easily make things that would just need like passata or like whatever. So my aim today is to do that. But I think for dinner we are going to have that cherry tomato pasta. It's the one I made a while ago. I might do it on the vlog actually, but it's basically just like frying up, not frying up, but you like warm up tomatoes and then smush them, and then you add like milk, a little bit of cheese, and just make it really creamy, and then pop in some harissa, which I think we still have harissa. Yeah, we've still got some harissa, and then you just put chicken in, or like tofu or chickpeas or whatever you want to do. I'm going to do chicken because we've got chicken that needs to be used up, and then just put like spaghetti or whatever pasta you've got. We've actually got loads of spiral pasta, you know, like this one, so I might put this in instead, because that's the only pasta we've got at the moment. We managed to use through all of the pasta that we had, which is perfect because it drives me mad having like loads of bits. Like I want to make it so that we've got the odd necessity but things are getting used and not just sitting in the cupboard for ages, because I want to make it so that we have minimal cupboards and what we have in there is being used, which sounds really silly, but I know for an absolute fact that there's a single person I know who actually knows fully what's in their cupboards and uses all of it. Like I don't know a single person who uses up what's in their cupboards regularly. Like we all have stock that just stays in there. So that's my aim, is to just have like the pulses and that kind of thing that we have, you know, like the jars where you've got like stock cubes or like hemp seeds or whatever. Have those jars of like nuts and seeds and stock cubes and lentils and whatever, but then the other bits get used up, and then we just obviously, yeah, you get my drift. My sofa situation looks so cozy right now. I've just got, I mean obviously ignoring the era that lives in that corner because there's just always washing, but my sofa situation looks so cozy. I'm gonna basically go and snuggle myself in over there for the entire day and get some work done on my laptop. And then I also need to do things like clearing all of this away. Like this PIXI stuff needs to go away. I did get a parcel from Batiste yesterday as well. I don't know if I showed this in the vlog, I don't think I did, but Batiste sent me over some little bits. So they sent me leave-in dry conditioner, which I've never tried before. Am I even in focus? I don't know. Leave-in dry conditioner, which I've not tried. We've got dry shampoo in blush, and then the overnight deep cleanse. I've tried both of those before, but I've never tried the leave-in. So thank you, Batiste. I will be giving those a go. Don't know if you can see this, but I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batteries on the go at the moment. I've always got backups galore because over time, where I've bought various G7Xs and where I've just bought like spare batteries and stuff, I have so many. I've got 3 on charge and 3 that aren't, and 1 in the camera. So I literally have a bazillion batteries. But my goodness, I'm so cold. The sun is shining and it's a really beautiful day, but it's so cold. I think it's like 8 degrees today or something, maybe even less. I know when we went to the gym it was 4. And that is a little bit too cold for my liking, to be honest with you. But I'm going to reheat my lunch from yesterday because, as I said yesterday, we're trying to do like bulk meals where we've got like multiples and we can reheat things, etc. So that's going to be my lunch for today. And then we actually made a really, really good like cherry tomato pasta thing last night, which is going to be my dinner. James is taking his to work, mine's going to be my dinner, and I'm really excited today. I've got 2 podcast episodes to record, so I'm having like a really slow morning, just doing like odd bits, and then I'm recording an episode with, I can't remember her handle, but she's called Beth. She does a lot of like money saving stuff, so that's going to be coming soon. And then my friend Alex, who used to be a Norland nanny and is now a mum, and we're going to do an episode all about like the transformation from like not having kids to having kids, how it changes you, like how you don't become a different person but you almost like find a new version of the person from before, how like being an all-in nanny helped her or didn't help her, etc. So 2 very good episodes and I think you're going to really love them. The money saving one definitely kind of feeds into everything I've been talking about recently with like no buy months and like keeping up with the lifestyles and all that kind of thing. Have to admit, since I mentioned the part-time job thing last week, which I have just edited, I haven't looked for a single thing. I don't know if I'm actually wanting one or if it's just like one of those ideas that pings into my head and then I forget about it 5 minutes later, because I definitely had forgotten about it. So will it happen? Maybe, who knows? I don't know. The only thing I would be doing it for, like I said before, is just to have a bit of extra money saved for buying a house. And also to get me out of the house a little bit, because it does get quite lonely being at home. However, I am so used to it because since I left university, I've worked for myself and I've done this. So I've never really been in like an environment where it's something a bit different. But I just thought, you know what, it might be quite nice, even if it's like working in a charity shop or something, and just like doing something I love and being around something I love, like the second-hand clothes and everything, but then like, yeah, I don't know, I just thought it might be quite nice. So we'll see, I don't know. I sometimes get these little ideas in my head where I'm like, do you know what, I'd love to be like, I don't know, I'll see someone doing a job and I'm like, that's a cool job, or like that'd be fun to do for a day, and I know I'd hate it and I wouldn't actually want to do it, but I'm just like, that'd be a cool thing to, yeah, I'm basically just killing time for another hour and 20 minutes until I jump on this call. So I'm just making sure the batteries are charged. I'm going to get myself all set up and ready to go so that I can relax for a little bit and then get on the first call, because I'm probably going to do back to back, because both of them have babies and both of them need to fit it around their kids, which is so fair. It's probably going to be like 2 to 3 hours of recording stuff, which means I'll be done by like 4:30, and then I can set myself up on the sofa with my heated blanket again and just get on with editing and things, because I'm really trying to like keep ahead of myself, and it means I'll have like 5 episodes already recorded, which is so fun, because then I don't have to stress last minute if someone cancels. Like, I've just got the backup, which is perfection, absolute perfection. And I need to start contacting some more people as well, because I want to make sure I've got so many good guests. I'm on a bit of a journey as well at the moment with trying to get back on track with healthy eating. Where I was so sick after Bali and then so sick over Christmas, I just really fell off healthy eating. Like, I got so into the habit of like not eating healthy and just eating kind of for convenience and stuff, that I ended up just not prioritizing my diet, which is obviously not great. So I'm really trying to get back onto that and just starting to like reduce my sugar intake again, get back onto like just being healthy, having good choices, etc. Because let me tell you, I was not the healthiest being for the last month and a half, 2 months, but I think we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. I've made a little like tahini. I need something to get all this out. It's really stuck in there. So this this lunch is basically like a thrown together leftovers vibe. We did do the food shop last night, like I said I was going to do. We've planned out our meals for the next like week or whatever. So we planned 3 lunches that we're going to make, both of us, the same lunch, which we don't normally do. But we're both going to make the same lunch, and then we're going to just like, I'll have it at home, James will take it to work. We've planned out 3 different dinners that we're going to also meal prep out and just make sure that we've got, like, basically make sure that we've got food, and we're not like last minute being like, oh, should we just go to the shop and get like this and this. Like, we're going to really be structured. So I think our food shop cost £42, I think it was, and we got enough for, like, we've obviously got stuff already in the cupboards, but we got enough for our breakfast, our lunches, our dinners, 3 meals, and we're going to try and make 2 to 4 portions per meal. So it should feed us either twice each or once each. I'm thinking it's probably going to be twice each, so it will last us like 6 to 7 days, which is perfection. £40 is so cheap. We normally spend way more than that because we don't cook together very often, because James likes red meat, I hate it. He likes very simple food, I like having a lot of flavours and spices and stuff. So yeah, we found some good recipes. If I use any of them and show them, I'll make sure to share them with you. But this, to be honest, is not a recipe. This is me just throwing together like tahini, soy sauce, a tiny bit of honey, and some quinoa that I found in the cupboard, some parsnips and carrots that needed using up, so I roasted them, chucked in some edamame beans, chucked in some tofu, and we call it a meal. Oh, I need to put my milk in my coffee. Coffee purely for warmth reasons, not for caffeine. Here you go, this is my very aesthetic looking lunch. Guys, I'm having a mare. I've got all these outfits sorted to record the podcast with people, and like trying to get myself really ahead, and the lighting's terrible. So I've rearranged and I'm recording with them on Monday instead, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just very annoying. Ooh. I was about to go out for a run, but there is it's really sunny and like bright, but there is a very black cloud heading this way, I think. I can't work out where the sky is going. It kind of looks like it's going like this. Not like in a direction, so we'll see. But I am going to get out for a run because I really want to. If it starts raining, then it starts raining. I put an outfit to one side this morning, so I thought if I have the mojo, we're just going to chuck it on and go. So I've got a little vest from Lululemon. This is the Align. I wore this to the gym earlier and it got deodorant on it, so I thought, do you know what, we can just wear that and make it a bit more sweaty and gross, because it's not sweaty and gross, it's just got deodorant on. And then yeah, we'll do that. These, again, I wore to the gym this morning. Didn't get sweaty or anything because I just did like a really light leg day. So I think they'll be fine, and then I can put them in the wash, because I'm trying not to wash hello. I'm trying not to wash things unless they really need washing. So like gym stuff, unless I've got really hot and sweaty and gross, or like I've gone for a run, or you know, like I've worn it twice, it doesn't go in the wash. It stays in the cupboard, because I'm washing stuff and I've worn it for like half an hour and just like done an upper body day or something. So we're basically being a bit more sparse with our washing, because I hate doing washing. Like I don't wash all my jumpers and stuff for like 3 or 4 wears, because obviously you're not supposed to. Like you're not supposed to wash everything every single time you wear it. So unless it's really sweaty, like it will be after my run, which it always is after my run, it ain't going in the wash. So long sleeved gym top, these are the another version ones. I absolutely love them. They're just really tight and comfortable, and I like that it's high neck, so it's a little bit warmer. I bought these running headbands on Amazon for like a tenner for 2 or something, maybe like 6, no, was it £6 for 2? I can't remember. But I bought a pack of 2 of them so that I can wear them when it's really cold, because my ears get so cold when I run at this time of year. So I thought, do you know what, we're gonna get some of these and then it will just keep my ears warm, because there's been many runs where I lose my mojo and I get really like out of the mood because my ears are so cold. Like they literally hurt, they're that cold, and then I end up like walking along like this or running like this, and it just ruins it. So I thought, let's just put that on and get going. I'm gonna take my phone in my little like belt thingy, and we're just gonna go and do it. I'm gonna do a 3K. I'm gonna try and plan a route on Strava, because I want to like work out. Let me have a look actually, just because then it's a bit nicer, and then I'm not just like aimlessly running. But if you pay for Strava, oh, you have to subscribe to fucking do it. I don't want to pay for it. I wonder if my saved routes will come up. Is that the way that was gonna go? Okay, that's 2.9 if I run, yeah. Okay, the route that I was going to do is a 3K, so we're going to do that. I'm not going to try and push myself too much, because I still do have sore toes. Like I still can't do like, so like if that's my foot, I can't do anything that bends them. So like if it's a lunge or something where my toes have to push and bend, I still can't do that. It really hurts. So they're still on the mend. It's been 4 to 5 weeks now, I can't work out which, but it normally takes about 6 weeks for them to be healed. So we're on the home stretch. I'm going to do my first run on Nike Run Club, because on that, well, I'm not doing it on Nike Run Club, but they have them. But on the Nike Run Club, it basically has like a journey to a 10K, which is what I'm doing. So I have a 10K booked in 6 weeks. This is an 8, but it basically says like day 1, 3K recovery run. And it basically says to just, you know, do a recovery run, and then it's like day 2, do a 10-minute run, day 3 rest, day 4 speed run, like intervals, blah blah. So we're going to start that and we're going to do that. But I don't like these apps, because I like tracking. I'm like a list and a tracker. I like a tick sheet. Like I like using Strava, because then I can see all my different times and stuff, and I can see all the different routes that I've done, and then when I do it, I'm like, okay, well I can see that I ran it quicker than that time, or like I ran that far or whatever. Like I like tracking for that reason. But I promise you, I have left my sofa today. I left my sofa to get in the bath and read ACOTAR. Honestly, I'm hooked. I love reading, don't get me wrong. I'll link my Goodreads if I can work it out below. If not, I think it's the same username as on here. I can't actually remember. I'm pretty sure every platform that I have is the same username. How do I find out? You can't actually see it, but I'll put my Goodreads link down below. I set myself a challenge of 30 books for this year, and I'm already on book number 5. I'm on my 5th book. So I'm reading A Court of Mist and Fury. If you haven't read A Court of Thorn and Roses, ACOTAR, I highly recommend. Like, highly recommend. I'm not really a fantasy lover. I'm more of like a... Sometimes I'll do a thriller, you know, where someone's gone missing, or there's like a hidden story from someone's past, and you're like getting snippets of it through the story and trying to figure it all out. Like, I love stuff like that. Or it will be like, you know, like a rom-com. It'll be something really summery, really cheesy. Looking at my bookshelf, it's a lot of like cheesy books. That's the kind of thing I like. Jodi Picoult I do really like. However, if I read a Jodi Picoult book, I have to give myself like a couple of light-hearted afterwards because they're quite a lot. Small Great Things is one of my favourite books I've ever read. I really, really love that. Quite chunky. It's the first book that really got me back into reading a couple of years ago, and I just really like it. I thought it was a great book. I wish back then I'd been tracking on Goodreads because I read some really fantastic books and I wish I'd tracked them, but I can't really remember what they were. It was before I had a Kindle, so I just can't really remember. But ACOTAR is amazing. Like I said, not a fantasy girl at all. At all. Like, I can watch the odd fantasy thing, like Lock and Key, or I can't think what else we've watched that's like fantasy. Like, I love Harry Potter and stuff, obviously, but I think to read it, like, I could never sit and read like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or anything. We've got all of the books. James owns all of them. They're on the bookshelf, but it's just not my cup of tea. So my friend read ACOTAR, read 7 books in about 2 weeks, because she read like Crescent City, and then now she's on to like, what's the other one called that everyone's going mad over? Fourth Wing? Is it Fourth Wing and Iron Flame? I think so, but she's basically like read the whole Sarah J Maas universe, and she told me to try it. So I thought, do you know what harm can it be to just give it a go? She's flown through the books really quickly, so like they must be good. Guys, I read it in like a week and a half. Like, I'm quite a fast reader at the moment because I allow myself time to read. I never used to give myself time to read, but now I prioritise, like, if I'm working late, like I realised tonight I could have easily worked way past 7 p.m. So I allowed myself till 7, and then I thought, right, as soon as we hit 7 o'clock, I'm going and sitting in that bath. I set timers on my phone for 45 minutes or 50 minutes, depending how I feel. And I basically put my phone across the room so that when the alarm goes off, I have to like get out of the bath to turn the alarm off. But it means that I'm not texting anyone, I'm not distracted, I just immerse myself in a book. Granted, this isn't the safest option in a bath, and it's also annoying because it steams up, but obviously I can't have a physical and a Kindle at the same time. So I'm about 70 pages into number 2, but how do I describe ACOTAR? How would I describe ACOTAR? So, ACOTAR is a very beginner's fantasy, I would describe it as, because I think for someone like me who doesn't really like fantasy, or not that I don't like it, I just find it hard to read because it's very much like getting into other worlds, and there's so many different moving parts. Whereas if you're reading a romantic comedy or something, like they live in a city, she's got an apartment, he's got an apartment, they live a life pretty much the same as us, so it's kind of easy to get the surroundings in. Whereas when you're reading something like this, where you've got like different types of creatures and different worlds and different parts of worlds and different things, and different creatures do different things and have different powers, and then you've got to remember all these names of these random made up things. So that bit I found quite a lot at the beginning. I think it took me about 30% of the book to really start to like get into it. It's very Beauty and the Beast-esque, I would say. I think it's very like Beauty and the Beast-esque in the beginning, then it kind of has like hints of like Hunger Games and Twilight is how I would best describe it. But it's really good, and I was hooked, and now I'm on book number 2. I was going to give myself a break between and read something else, but I thought, do you know what, I'm already in it, I'm already like well versed in the characters, so we're gonna stick with it, and we're gonna like just, you know, gung-ho the whole lot. So I'm gonna do all 5 books in one go. I have been having dreams, however, where I'm somehow in the world. Like, I keep falling asleep reading it. Like, I literally fall asleep with the Kindle in the bed. There's been times where James has rolled on top of it, it's been flung across the floor, where I've knocked it or something. Like, this Kindle, I'm surprised, is still going. I'll link the straps as well if you're interested, but these are called Strapsicles. I found them on TikTok, and it's basically a strap so that you can hold your Kindle better without having to like put your finger underneath and stuff, because I find sitting like this to read, or like holding it like this, is really annoying. So these kind of just give you a little bit of extra support. They are a bit wet though because I've just been in the bath. So love them, they're really fab. I also normally have a clear case on it as well, but I took it off. I need to put it back on. I did have one of the like flippy ones before, but really good. I keep having dreams that we are in the world. Last night, James and I were high fae. I got pregnant and he was using his powers to find out if it was a boy or a girl. Very bizarre. We are absolutely not trying for a baby. None of that. But I think because I'm in the world, I'm like, I'm in the world, you know? But that's not even a spoiler either, by the way. That's so far from a spoiler. But yeah, I am going to go back to reading it. It's nearly 9 o'clock and I'm going to have a nice little chug on some water because I haven't drunk much water today. I'll leave these linked down below as always if you fancy getting one. They are £22.22. They are 0.2 bigger than a Stanley. They keep drinks really hot, really cold. They also, I think, are slightly better than a Stanley because they've got a lot more like leak proofing, and they come with this little like stopper thingy. They also come with a little stopper that goes under this, so you can basically take the straw out and use it as like a sippy cup, but it comes with a little special stopper so it's even more watertight, which is fabulous. Friends of mine are using these for giving birth, etc. Many different reasons, but yeah, honestly fab. So I'm going to sit and chug some cold water fresh from the fridge because we use the Brita filter quite a lot at the moment, and get back into the world of Prithian. I don't actually know how you say it. That. Good morning, guys. I am heading into town today to go to a vintage kilo sale, which is something I thought I would do by myself because I don't really tend to do things by myself. I like being alone, but I like being alone at home, and like occasionally I like being alone out and about, but I just don't really do it very often. So I thought, you know what, I've always wanted to go to one and I've never had anyone that wants to come with me, so I'm just going to go on my own. James is coming into town with me because he needs to go suit shopping for a wedding. Very different aesthetics going on right now, but he needs to go get his suit because he's the best man in his friend's wedding in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to go to the vintage shop, then we're going to meet up, and I think we're going to have some yo sushi for lunch. Very rare occasion we take ourselves out for dinner, but we thought, you know what, yo sushi's just so good that we're just going to go for it and have a little lunch there. Then we're going to come home and make a really yummy dinner. This is my outfit. You can't see my head, but I'll show you the outfit. So I've got my Docs on my feet. I've got my jet black Levi 501s. This belt is from Primark, but I'm going to see if I can find a vintage leather belt with a silver buckle because my other one is gold and I really want a silver buckle. So I thought we'll try and find a good high quality one that's vintage. This jacket is Balzac, and then this is from Primark. This is like my £8 ones that I wear all the time, but very cute. And then I'm just going to wear my little dumpling bag across as well. And we've got my hair up still because I'm being very lazy this week and I can't be bothered to do my hair until this evening. I'm going to give it a good deep condition, so it's just staying on top of my head. I'm back. Shall I show you what I got? Very proud of myself for one, for going on my own, because I get really nervous doing things like that by myself, which is so ironic when I literally own a brand where that's what I do. I do events for people to meet people and stuff, but I do find it quite daunting when you go to some things on your own. So it was scary, but I did it. It was £3 entry, so you could do £2 entry or early bird was £3. It was called like Worth the Wait, as in like weight of something. They do them a lot around the UK, I think, but this is what I picked up. All of this was £35 for the whole bag, so it's obviously done on weight, and it was like priced per kilo. I think it's 20 per kilo, and this was just over a kilo. Now I don't know if everything's going to fit or anything like that, but we're going to give it a try and see. This is the company. You can shop online as well apparently, so yeah, highly recommend. But I got this jumper. Like I said, I don't know if all of this is going to fit, but I just thought this was quite nice. It's like a nice jumper. It's got slight balloon sleeves. I don't know if it's going to fit, but I think it will, and I think it's going to be quite cute. And I checked it over and there's no bobbles or anything, which is great. And this is from Genesis. Never heard of it, but I just thought the jumper was really, really cute. So I got that. Then I got this jumper, which I'm unsure how I feel about it, but I'm going to try it on and see. It does have some marks on it, which I'm hoping will come out. It's got like little bits of like stains on it almost, but it's just like a little cardigan, which I thought would be quite cute put on unbuttoned, but I need to check the dry cleaning vibes of it because I'm unsure. It's like mohair nylon blend, and it says not too, I mean, I don't know what that means. Someone who's good with washing, what does this mean? Like, is that I can't wash it at all? I don't understand. I just thought it was really cute, and we'll see if we can get those marks off the front with some vanish. Then I picked up this shirt. Again, no idea where this is from, but I just thought this would be really nice in summer with a little pair of white shorts, and I thought like over a bikini and stuff as well, it could be quite cute. But it's not like the biggest shirt ever, so we're going to try it on and see, but I just really liked the gingham print of it. Then I did find a silver belt. This one is, I don't know where it's from. Oh, it's Tommy Hilfiger. Well, that's fun. I didn't check that bit. I just saw it and thought it was really nice. It is missing the little things, that's probably why. But I thought this was a good one, and I put it round and it looks like it'll fit. And it's also real leather, so I thought it will last really well. But yeah, just a nice chunky silver belt, which is exactly what I wanted. There was like a massive bin of belts, and I basically just grabbed the first one with a silver thing and was like, really like that, looks like it'll fit. Chuck it in. And then lastly, there's 2 t-shirts. This one, I don't really know what this is. Kennelin Camps, making difference in campers' lives. Don't know, but I just thought for the gym and stuff, or you know, just worn with some white shorts, really cute. I really like this colour, so I thought that would be really nice. And then this one, which is a Ralph Lauren one. This is a large, but I just thought really cute orange tee. My thought was for the gym or in summer, just, you know, with like some little shorts or something would be really cute. And I'm trying to add little bits of colour into my wardrobe, so we'll see. I'm going to try everything on and see what I think, but it was really nice. And I think it was very busy. Like, if you don't like busy vibes and you don't like having to kind of fight through people to look at stuff, maybe don't go. But it was really nice. You just had to kind of stand by rails sometimes and like wait for people to finish looking till you could jump in. And every time you were looking, you had like a really small section you could look at when there was other people around, because everyone was just kind of crammed in. But it was loads and loads of rails, loads and loads of stuff. Really recommend going. So I'm gonna have a little try on session in a minute and see what I think and go from there. But I need to make a TikTok version of this, so BRB.